What's up, comic fam? Comic fans, it's time for the preview show. It's time to preview the comic books coming out July 23rd, alright? So we got the spec books, we got the spotlight books, no FOC books this week. Videos coming out a little early. We can't get to the FOC books this week. But then we have the rest of the books coming out, alright? During July 23rd. And we're going to get into it right after this. Welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back. All right, you know how we started off. We're going to start off with the spec books. Right off the bat, we have Vampirella Armageddon #1. This is the Mark Spears cover, right? And that's why that's on the spec list. It's Mark Spears. He's still got some heat. Those are the monsters on the cover. Look at the Wolfman holding Dynamite. This is cover A, in case you're wondering. So Mark Spears, not cover A. This is Vampirella Armageddon #1. Still a really dope cover. I like that cover. Alright, that's Francisco Matina. But the one we're putting on the spec list is cover C, the Mark Spears variant with the monsters. There's also a virgin variant of this and a foil variant of this. Alright, next book on the list. And this, guys, this week is not high on spec or even spotlight books. Just a nice basic week with some decent comics, alright? But next up we have Green Lantern #25, and they're going to Gem World, alright? They're looking for a particular gem. Yeah, you're gonna have some crossover. Look at the cast of characters in this one, alright? You've got Green Lantern Hal Jordan, Green Lantern Guy, Green Lantern John, Green Lantern Razor, Kilowog is here, right? Kyle Rayner. The main ones are Hal and Guy, but Star Sapphire's here, Amethyst is here, Gemworld's in the house. Alright, let's get into the next one. This one is kind of maybe some people listed as coming out this week, some people listed as coming out next week. I think it's because of the publisher, Udon. I don't think people are too in tune with when their books are releasing. But anyway, this is Mega Man X Timelines #1, part of a connecting covers series. A lot of video game fans out there. #1, if this book, has anything great happening for Mega Man, this could be a cool book. Also, it's got a cool cover, so I think that's why it's on the spec list. That's why it's on the spec list. Not why I think, because I put it on there. Alright, we're going to get into the spotlight books. We got Psylocke #9. I just really like this cover, right? Psylocke coming out of the ground with all these zombie hands clawing at her. The angelic statue figure in the background. Just a cool visual. Keeping on with the spotlight books, we have Godzilla #1. Maybe this one should have been on the spec list. This is about a mysterious energy source known as the Kaisai, which also gives humans kaiju powers. Alright, so this is going to wake up Godzilla, it's going to wake up other kaijus. We're going to have that kaiju battle. You got Tim Seeley on the writing the book, pretty good writer. Yeah, it just looks like it could be a fun book, fun Godzilla book for you Godzilla fans out there. Alright, let's get into the last book on the spotlight list. This is Batman 161, bringing Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee back together, part 4, right? We have Batgirl here fighting Batman. So just a lot of interesting things going on here. This family always seems to be in turmoil, and yeah, part of that Hush series. Alright, let's get into the comics coming out this week. Like I said, we're going to skip FOC. This is Marvel. Let's roll up to the top, and you got all the key series coming out this week. You got Uncanny X-Men #18, Amazing Spider-Man #8, Wolverine #11, Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu #10, right? Storm #10. That's been a good read according to a lot of people. Iron Man #10, the Psylocke book that we talked about. This Emma Frost White Queen book has gotten some talk for the cover. Just that it's a cover for White Queen fans. Spider-Verse versus Venomverse #3. There's supposed to be some new characters popping up in there. I think 2 or 3 new characters. I don't know. Or new players to the board, if you will. New entrants into the game. Jeff the Landshark is on issue #2. What else do we have here? Dr. Aphra, Chaos Agent. She's on issue number 2. And, X-Men number 137 has a facsimile. Spider-Girl gets a second printing by Kari Andrews, or what they cover, Kari Andrews cover. And Death of Silver Surfer number 1 gets a second printing Ron Lim cover. Alright, let's move on. Let's get to DC, and let's see what DC has to offer us. Batman number 161, we talked about that, part of the Hush series. Absolute Wonder Woman number 10, that's been absolutely fantastic, that series. Absolute Martian Manhunter number 5 is also out this week from the Absolute Universe. Both titles, really good titles. Justice League Unlimited is out this week with issue number 9. Superman number 28. Green Lantern number 25, like we said, they're headed to Gem World, and Green Arrow number 26. A lot of other books coming out this week. They are doing the giant size special edition, right? The oversized print of issue number 161 for Hush. There is a DCKO Ashcan special. You'll see some San Diego Comic-Con books being touted this week. This one right here is, I think, one of the coolest ones. It's called This is the Absolute Batman number 1 Jade Lee Virgin variant from San Diego Comic-Con. Assuming you have to be at San Diego Comic-Con to get one of these. Alright, we're moving on. Next up, we have Image Comics, alright? And out of Image Comics, you got Void Rivals number 21. If you haven't been reading the Anna John universe, do yourself a favor and go ahead and read that. Geiger number 16. Out of the Mad Ghost universe, or whatever it is. Ghost Machine? Mad Ghost. Brain fart. Out of the Ghost Machine universe, run by Jeff Johns. Also really good. Now that I've done that, when I go back, this is the only problem with League of Comic Geeks, is I'll go back now, and it'll give me all the publishers and not just Image, but we can fix that real quick. Boom. There we go. Department of Truth is out this week. Exquisite Corpses number 3. That's been a fun read. They do the collectible card variants, right? Polybagged. So that should be fun. Gunslinger number 45 is also out this week. Looks like he's fighting a kaiju. I know we were talking about Godzilla earlier, but you know, Hellspawn, so that's probably something from hell. What else? Ferals is still going. Monstrous and Ice Cream Man still going. Let's see, Rat City if you like Spawn in the future. And speaking of the Spawn universe, we have The Curse of Shirley Johnson number 2. Yeah. Image, lots of cool books coming out this week, and as we get close to the bottom of this, you'll see some San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. And if you're a Youngblood fan, there's Giant Size Youngblood number 1. Alright, let's keep the ball rolling. We are now at IDW, and IDW has that reboot of the Godzilla series, starting with Godzilla number 1. Right, by Tim Seeley. We also have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures number 27. There is a Street Sharks Ashcan. If I'm thinking correctly, those are the Street Sharks from the 90s. It's a 90s cartoon. Yeah, your shop should have one Ashcan. Then we'll see some San Diego Comic-Con variants right there. We're moving on. We're now at Dark Horse. And what's coming out of Dark Horse? Huck, Big Bad World number 3. I remember reading the first Huck series. I really like that, so maybe I'll catch this when it's in trade. You got some Usagi Yojimbo coming out this week. And some Critical Role, Vox Machina Origins. And if you're a Hellboy fan, the Seed of Destruction 30th Anniversary Edition also comes out this week. Moving on to Dynamite. And what do we have coming out of Dynamite? Dynamite always has a ton of covers. You got Space Ghost Annual number 1. The Space Ghost covers I've been really digging. So, you know, just for cover buys, Space Ghost is pretty cool. The Terminators on issue number 10. You got Captain Planet and the Planeteers, issue number 2. Silverhawks still going. You got Darkwing Duck number 5 and number 6. Covers missing on those. Red Sonja Attacks Mars, issue number 4. The team up we didn't know we needed, Thundercats and the Powerpuff Girls, issue number 1. Barbarella is on issue number 5. Vampirella Armageddon with that very cool cover is on issue number 1. And there is a metal cover of Darkwing Duck for $100. Alright, moving on. We're at Oni Press. Alright. And we have Biker Mice from Mars number 2. And then the 6-gun battle for the 6, number 1 out of Oni Press. A lot of people talking about this Cullen Bunn book. Cullen Bunn's a really good writer, so this might be worth checking out. I think if anything, you'll at least get a good story with this one. Alright, let's get into the rest of the books coming out this week. We have Boom Studios with Minor Arcana number 9 and The Last Boy number 4. Money Shot Big Bang is on issue number 3. You got a One Piece out of Viz Media. That's issue number 1155. Guys, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. We have out of Mad Cave Studios, Look Into My Eyes, number 1. That is a number 1. And if we look right next to that, Abram Books, Darren Aronofsky's Human Nature, number 1. Those are some number 1s coming out this week. Mark Spears' Monsters, number 2, gets a 3rd printing with The Werewolf Man. Black Mass Studios as Cal Exit the Battle of Universal City, number 1, coming out. Cal Exit has been going on for a little bit. And then we're going to see a lot of these indie books right now. Planet Death number 1, cover C. It's a chromium variant. That'll be $10. That's out of Bad Idea Comics. We Don't Kill Spiders, Season of the Witch number 1, also coming out this week. Let's see, The Mafia Nanny. This is the first time I've heard of The Mafia Nanny, but apparently that's on issue number 71. 71 issues strong. Hot Valley Days and Cocaine Nights is on issue number 2 out of Keen Spot. Whoa. What else do we have? AXA Classics, number 1 out of Dren Productions. Mark Spears' Monsters, number 2, gets a 3rd printing, 1 in 20. With Dracula. Ghostman's on issue number 2. For you Archie fans, is Archie Milestones Jumbo Comics Digest number 30, Jughead Summer Vacation. Those digests carry a $10 price tag, $9.99. What else? Under the Floorboards number 2, Tokyo Pop, The 4th Rope number 1. Webtoons has Sonic the Hedgehog number 16. Also from Archie Comics, you have Archie Meets Jay and Silent Bob number 1. This will be the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. That came out, I believe, last week. Keen Spot has Hero number 1. Bad Idea Comics, Banana number 1. Oh, Bad Idea. I think that's just literally a banana. You'll see some San Diego Comic-Con exclusives here, by the way, as we get down towards the bottom. Also, there's a lot of manga down here. So, yeah, these are just... There's another San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. There's Avatar: The Last Airbender, number 73. And then we'll start to lose some covers as we get towards the bottom. Alright, comic fans, I think I'm at the end. There it is. If you like the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go ahead and throw me a thumbs up, comment down below. Do what you do, I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to get ready for this week's books. Peace, deuces, we're out. Ka-ching!